Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper. It's time to take a look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start the week in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the site of the 38th Annual Honors Weekend of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's that time of year when the community comes together to induct the newest distinguished members into the hall and hand out some major annual awards and honors. If you've never been able to join us there at the Wrestling Hall of Fame in Stillwater, trust me, it's worth the trip. Honors Weekend begins with the plaque unveiling where the inductees and their families get to see their Hall of Fame displays for the first time. Hall of Fame Executive Director Leroy Smith and the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Terry Shockley, welcomed the crowd and introduced the honorees.
Just a grand welcome to all of you, as Leroy said, to the shrine. This is it. This is where we honor our heroes, our friends in wrestling, and the family of wrestlers throughout this great country.
This is sacred, hallowed ground for the sport of wrestling you're standing on. And it's been that way for 38 years, since 1976. And as you can tell, our AC units are about half speed, but we're about to renovate the place in about a month. We start with our construction. You'll hear about that more in just a moment. But want to welcome the class of 2014, your family, friends, and the dignitaries we have here from the sport of wrestling.
Our first inductee into the class was two-time Olympic freestyle team member Kerry McCoy. A native of Longwood, New York, he won 2 NCAA titles for Penn State and went on to win a world silver medal in freestyle in 2003. McCoy competed in the 2000 and 2004 Olympic Games and is currently the head coach at the University of Maryland.
It was something that I wasn't even close to expecting. Had no idea what the timeline, how the process went, so when it happened, I was totally floored. I was actually in my office and, just had, I was multitasking, doing this, doing that, and Leroy called, and I kind of just froze in my tracks when it did, and I was like, it was awesome. I kind of broke out in a little bit of sweat, but it was pretty cool when it all happened.
One of his teammates from the 2004 Olympic team in Athens is our second Hall of Fame inductee, Eric Guerrero. A youth star from San Jose, California, Guerrero won 3 NCAA titles while competing for the Cowboys. In addition to his Olympic appearance, Guerrero made 3 U.S. World Teams and is now associate head coach at his alma mater, Oklahoma State.
Many times I just go in there and just read the names on the walls, and you look for somebody. I got 5th as a freshman. I looked for somebody who was 5th and then won it the next year,
Sure.
And I'd read up on that guy and be like, okay, well, this guy did it, and you try to find out. You ask questions. I asked Coach Tommy Chesbro tons of questions. Well, what was this guy like, and what was he like, and well, what did he do? And you just didn't have to look far for that inspiration.
Another inductee with a strong local following, Mickey Martin. He was a 2-time NCAA champ for Oklahoma and was named Outstanding Wrestler at the '63 NCAA Championships when he beat Bobby Douglas in the finals. The Tulsa native joined his father Wayne as the only father-son combo to win NCAA Outstanding Wrestler titles. He went on to coach at South Dakota State and spent 25 years coaching on the high school level.
I'm soaking it all in. I still can't believe it. I had lunch with Ed Core and Sullivan this morning, and they were talking about old times. They said, well, congratulations, you're in the Hall of Fame. I said, well, we still got that ceremony night. I'm not there yet. They said, hey, your displace case is up. You're in. I still can't believe it.
Also inducted as a distinguished member, Dean Lahr, a 2-time NCAA champ from the University of Colorado and the Outstanding Wrestler at the '64 Championships. The Denver native made 2 U.S. Freestyle World Teams, placing 4th and 5th in the world.
Well, I always felt like sooner or later I might make it, and I was very pleased to receive the award or the honor, and we're here to enjoy it. There are going to be a lot of the guys that went to school with me and that we wrestled together and were on the team together, and I feel like this is just as much an award to them as it is to me, because they all supported me and we all supported each other.
Stay tuned, there's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level, and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, Hall of Fame Honors Weekend is much more than a celebration of the newest distinguished members. Each year, the Hall hands out special awards in a number of different categories. The Outstanding American Award is presented to wrestlers who have achieved greatness off the mat. Jim Jordan was a 4-time Ohio State champion, a 2-time NCAA champion for Wisconsin, and an Olympic trials medalist. He went on to a career in public service, first winning an election for Ohio's General Assembly and then on to the Ohio Senate. Jordan is now serving his 3rd term as a U.S. Congressman representing Ohio's 4th Congressional District and has become a real leader on Capitol Hill.
The friends you make, the lessons and the values you learn by participating in this great sport, and then when it's done right, what it means for a family, how it brings a family together. That's when I think about wrestling, that's why I love it so much. And you talk about those things when you're here this week, and that's what we've been doing.
Massachusetts native Colin Kilrain was a 3-time All-American for Lehigh and the 2nd Outstanding American honoree for 2014. Kilrain was a Navy SEAL officer and has had a distinguished military career serving around the world. He is currently the Assistant Commanding Officer at the Joint Special Operations Command, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. He's a Rear Admiral there.
I especially feel honored to be a service member. And as I look at this crowd, you represent a small microcosm of the broader U.S. public. And I am so honored that you would take time, as so many of you have had for the past couple of days, to just come out of your way and thank me for my service.
Well, the Medal of Courage is given each year to a wrestler who has overcome tremendous odds to excel in life. This year, the award went to a 2-time ACC champ for the University of Maryland, Thomas Norris. He received the Congressional Medal of Honor for valor in Vietnam, serving as a Navy SEAL. Norris led the heroic rescue of 2 downed pilots. A year later, he was injured while serving in Vietnam, causing him to lose sight in one eye. In spite of the challenges, he went on to serve as an FBI special agent for some 20 years.
Wrestling has been a very big part of my life, and I think it has probably given me the values that I've used throughout my life. And again, I was humbled and honored to be able to receive that, to be brought into the Wrestling Hall of Fame and receive the Medal of Courage.
This year's Order of Merit went to Iowa native Tim Johnson, one of the top television announcers in the sport and co-founder of FCA's Wrestling. Johnson was a successful high school coach at Mount Vernon, Iowa, and worked on the USA Wrestling staff. He was director of wrestling at the '84 Olympics and has broadcast over 300 wrestling events over the last 28 years, including the last 11 NCAA championships.
I'm humbled and honored and very excited. I've got family. My 86-year-old mother is driving down.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And she followed me all over. And my wife, who's been so supportive, is my partner and the most important person in my life. My children, Timmy works with USA Wrestling, Allie's with the United States Olympic Committee, and as we speak, they're driving across Kansas.
Well, the Lifetime Achievement for Officials honor went to Oklahoma's Jerry Kuntz, one of the best international referees in the business. Kuntz was a top high school wrestling coach before turning his attention to officiating. He has now served in 98 national tournaments, several international events, and has excelled as a high school official as well.
I was pretty shocked. It was a Saturday morning, and it came across our TV screen that the Wrestling Hall of Fame was calling, and when I talked to Leroy, I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was one of those deals I kind of almost dropped out of the seat. It was just amazing to think that something like this could be bestowed on me.
Well, the Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award went to four-time Pennsylvania State champ Chance Marceller. The future Oklahoma State Cowboy won USA Wrestling Cadet National titles in both styles and competed at the Cadet World Championships.
My very first reaction was, wow, I'm following the footsteps of Dave Schultz, you know, an American legend, not just an American legend, a legend across the whole world. You know, he was loved by everyone. Heck, you hear stories from the Russians, the foreigners that just say, you know, what a great guy, wrestler he was, and his attitude on and off the mat, and it was just like, dang, this is, I'm being honored after this guy to follow in his footsteps and to you know, follow in that legacy of wrestling and Dave Schultz winners. So I was very honored.
Well, the first ever Tricia Saunders High School Excellence Award winner was two-time California State champ Marina Doy. She's won 3 medals at the FIDA Cadet World Championships. Doy is a member of the 2014 U.S. Junior World Team and will attend King University in the fall.
I was ecstatic that I got to come out here and accept this award at the Hall of Fame, and to be the first, you know, girl to win this award. It's amazing to know how much women's wrestling is growing, and it still is growing. You know, I was just so excited, and my name gets to be up in the Hall of Fame, and I'm very honored to be put up in the Hall of Fame.
Wrestling fans, stay tuned. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, the 2014 U.S. Freestyle University World Team is now finalized. It follows, of course, the 3 special wrestle-offs that were held on Monday at Arizona State University. University World eligible athletes who placed in the top 6 at the Senior World Team Trials had the right to challenge the University Nationals champ for a spot on the team. We go to 125. Former Iowa National champ Matt McDonough showed great intensity in a battle with NCAA runner-up and University National champ Nishan Garrett. In the first bout, McDonough fell behind 8-2 but rallied for an impressive 16-10 victory. In bout 2, McDonough kept the momentum going on his way to a 15-5 tech fall.
It's good. It's bittersweet, you know. It's not what I wanted, but it's a world team, so it's really exciting, and you can't downplay that at all. But obviously, the ultimate goal is to be a world champion, and I missed that chance 3 weeks ago. I was given this opportunity, and it's one of those that you can't pass up.
Now we go to a tremendous battle at 213 pounds that featured past NCAA champ from Kent State, Dustin Kilgore. He was second at the 2014 World Team Trials, and he faced the University Nationals champ, Chad Hankey, a former member of Team USA. Kilgore took the series without surrendering one single point. He won bout 1-7-0 and scored an 11-0 tech fall in the second. Kilgore was later named the Matt.com Wrestler of the Week for his big performance.
This is another great opportunity. I didn't make the men's world team, but I made the university, so that's, for me, that's the next best thing. And you know, I'm proud of myself, and I've been putting a lot of hard work, training, watching my opponent, and Coach Slay and I, we went over a lot of video and just really structured lately. Not so much kind of backed off a little bit because I'd worked so hard lately, and we really focused on some of the structure and technique that I need to beat my opponent.
Tyrell Fortune, who was third at the World University Games last summer at heavy, placed third at the World Team Trials this year. Fortune challenged University National runner-up Austin Marsden of Oklahoma State as he controlled the series from start to finish, winning bout 1-6-0 and the second 12-1. Fortune will now get another chance at a University World medal.
I felt good, nice and strong. I just wrestled a smart match, didn't go out there and force anything. One thing I wanted to implement was a lot of pressure and staying in his face, you know, just so it limited his offense. He couldn't fake or couldn't do anything because my hands were always on him and I was right there in front of him. So anytime he had to do anything, he had to back up. So it made it a lot easier to see what he was going to do. And that was pretty much my goal.
So the University World Team is now complete. So let's take a look at the other U.S. team members who will be competing at the University World Championships in Pécs, Hungary, July 8th through the 12th. At 1:32, it's B.J. Futrell. Anthony Ashnault will weigh in at 1:45. James Green will see action at 1:54. Tyler Caldwell at 1:63. And Chris Perry at 187 pounds. Well, the special wrestle-offs for the University World Team were held alongside the first major training camp of the summer for freestyle. Training together at the Sunkist Kids facility at Arizona State, members of the Senior World Squad, the University World Team, and the FIDA Junior World Team. National freestyle coach Bruce Burnett, assistant national coaches Brandon Slay and Bill Zadek are helping run the camp along with a number of other top volunteer coaches. 2013 FIDA Junior World Champ Kyle Snyder is getting ready for his return to the Junior Worlds, looking to bring back his second straight world title.
Getting back to training, the training situation's awesome. Having Terrell, JD, Keith, and then plus all the Ohio State college wrestlers, it's just been great being there for a week and just finally starting to settle in, and now I have to come out here, but I'm excited for the camp. There's a lot of great guys here, so it should be really good.
2013 FIDA Cadet World Champ Aaron Pico is jumping up to the FIDA Junior level this year. He seeks another world gold medal. Pico is still in high school, but now focuses full-time on competing in freestyle, no longer competing in American folk style.
You know, there's not many opportunities to be able to get this many group of guys and the quality of guys here. So anytime you get the opportunity to be able to come out here and have world team members, Olympic champs, young guys, just I think it's good for USA Wrestling, and if we keep having more of these, and USA's on track. And so yeah, there's not many, you know, partners is kind of hard to find. So anytime Coach and I are here to wrestle with these guys and feel what they do and things like that, it's just a great opportunity.
Next week, we'll visit with some of the senior level athletes as they prepare for the World Championships and other international competitions throughout the summer. Well, we'll have more wrestling news when we continue. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this short timeout.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, it was a big week of honors for Penn State's graduating senior, David Taylor. He finished his collegiate career as a two-time NCAA champ, four-time finalist, and two-time Hodge Trophy winner as the nation's best college wrestler. On Monday, the Big Ten announced that Taylor had received the Jesse Owens Big Ten Male Athlete of the Year award. He becomes only the second Penn State athlete to win that honor. Taylor is the 8th wrestler to win the award, however, all past NCAA champs. Who were they? Eddie Bannock in '83. Eddie Bannock, of course, of Iowa. So was Barry Davis in '84. Matt Lackey of Illinois in 2003. Damian Hahn from the University of Minnesota won it in '04. Cole Conrad of Minnesota did it 3 years later in '07. And Brent Metcalf of Iowa did it in 2008. And Jake Herbert of Northwestern won it as well. Taylor was chosen from 12 male athletes of the year, one from each Big Ten campus. 4 other wrestlers in the conference were also selected as male athletes of the year at their schools, all NCAA champions. Jesse Delgado from Illinois, Tony Ramos at Iowa, Jason Surtis at Northwestern, and Logan Stieber at Ohio State. Just one day later, ESPN announced that David had been named as a nominee for an ESPY Award in the category of Best Male College Athlete. He'll be up against Boston College hockey star Johnny Gaudreau, Creighton basketball player Doug McDermott, Albany lacrosse player Lyle Thompson, and Florida State football sensation Jameis Winston. Voting for the ESPY Award ends July 16, and ESPN will broadcast its annual award show later that evening live from Los Angeles. Wrestlers who've an ESPY include Rulon Gardner, Kel Sanderson, and Anthony Robles. What do you say? Let's get together and help David win that award. He needs our support. All you need to do is head on over to the ESPY Award voting at the address you see on your screen. Well, USA Wrestling has announced the nominees for 3 spots on the U.S. Youth Olympic team that'll be in action August 25th through the 27th in China. The spots were determined through a series of events this year, including both the Pan American Cadet Championships in Brazil, as well as the FIDA Cadet National Championships in Akron, Ohio. Competing in freestyle at the Youth Olympic Games will be Cade Olivas at 103. Cade, of course, from California. Last summer, he was the cadet world bronze medalist in Greco-Roman and won the cadet Pan American Championships in both styles and the FIDA Cadet Nationals in freestyle this year. Also competing in freestyle from Oklahoma, Dayton Fix at 119. Fix won both styles at the Pan American Championships and the FIDA Cadet Nationals this year. Last summer in Fargo, he was a cadet national double champ. Well, the Greco-Roman athlete from the U.S. is Mason Manville from New Jersey at 152. Manville also swept both styles at the Pan American Championships and the FIDA Cadet Nationals and added a FIDA Junior National Greco title in Las Vegas this spring. Coaching the team, Sarah Bahura of Virginia. You may remember her as a national champ and a Women's Team USA member as an athlete. Doesn't ring a bell? Well, she was competing then under her maiden name, Sarah Fulp Allen. Well, the ASICS Corporation has announced their annual high school All-American teams for both boys and girls. Making the ASICS first team is among the most important honors on the high school level. On the boys' side, 3 athletes qualified for the ASICS first team again. The repeat team members include junior Zahid Valencia of California at 132, senior Stephen Misek of Indiana at 126 pounds, and senior Chance Marceller of Pennsylvania at 170. On the girls' squad, 7 talented athletes were repeat members of the ASICS first team. Making the first team for the 4th time, Kayla Miracle of Indiana. Earning first team honors for the 3rd time, Alyssa LaFrancis of California. She's joined by Marina Doi, also from California. Making first team for the 2nd straight year, Taisha Alu of Hawaii. Anastasia Lobsinger of California. Becca Leathers of Oklahoma. And Alexis Porter of New York. The ASICS High School Wrestlers of the Year for both boys and girls will be announced at the ASICS Fun Junior Nationals in Fargo this July. Congratulations to all those who made the team this year. If you'd like to check out the full ASICS team selections, we invite you to go to themat.com. Well, the U.S. Senior World Team will be finalized this summer in Fargo as 6 spots in the non-Olympic weight classes will be contested in Phase 2 of the World Team Trials. It includes 2 weights in men's freestyle, 2 in Greco, and 2 in women's freestyle. USA Wrestling announced the wild card selections for the men's freestyle field in Fargo, including former Penn State star Brad Pataki at 134 and former Cal Poly NCAA runner-up Chase Pammy at 154. Athletes had to apply for these wild cards, and selections were made by a committee. Before we wrap up today's program, we're going to take a look back to last week. We told you about USA Wrestling's annual award winners. Since then, the Ed Alaverdi Golden Microphone winner was announced, recognizing excellence in public address announcing. I'm honored to receive this year's award, named after wrestling legend Ed Alaverdi. I'm honored, indeed. I'd like to thank USA Wrestling for allowing me to serve as one of the many voices of our sport. I appreciate the opportunity. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in from around the country and are being considered for our photo contest page in USA Wrestler Magazine and our Facebook page as well. This week, our picture was sent in by Brian Tildesley with the picture, 7-year-old Sidney Tildesley of the Doughboy Wrestling Club in Lowell, Massachusetts. Here you see him looking to turn his opponent at the Northeast National Duels in Hoosick Falls, New York. Hey, you can have your pictures considered for our contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. For Mark, Brad, and all of us here in our studios in Des Moines, Iowa, and from all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.